So it was supposed to be music. I thought the button worked. We're live. I thought the... Hold on. Did I break the music? Oh no, did I break the music?
I don't even see the stream.
Oh no. Did I break the music? You don't see me?
I see you. Oh Lord, go with it. You
Well,
just keep making the screen go dark and light and dark and light. It's like someone is waking up. This is like in a movie how they
that's what
portray
it
someone
is.
waking up from being passed out, like the eyes slowly open,
Not gonna lie,
slowly
this is that
open.
moment where I'm gonna go actually see if we're even live.
This is no. We're live.
We're live on YouTube?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'm more
It's
prepared than you, and you
it's not
say I need another
showing.
monitor.
It's not
I'm
showing.
using.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're good. Just trust me. Go with it, brother.
I'm not seeing that we're live. Hold on.
I've got it going. We're fine. Oh my god.
I have to make sure.
This is no. We're live.
Oh, we're live. We are. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. I had to make sure. I had to make
Aren't you
sure.
the one with
It
multiple monitors? How many monitors
It
do you
didn't
have in
give
front
me
of
the
you?
thing. I tried to make the button. See, look. Nothing. No music.
In front of you.
No music. 5, 4, 4.
Really? 4.
No
And
music.
not one of them you could put the live episode on so you could see if we were live? Because I've got one screen and I've got my windows pulled and into the little snapped corners, and I have us over here and I have the live show over here.
Well,
And
you're
I've
more
got a
advanced than
tablet
me
down
this
here
week.
for research. I've got my telephone over here. Like, be ready. God. How's it going?
What are you drinking?
I'm Brendan.
I'm Mike. Nothing worked this week.
I haven't got anything. No. That was a really good. We did great with it. You want to try the music again? Come back.
It's not working.
It's not working at all.
It's not working. There's
This is
nothing.
terrible,
This is
terrible
horrible.
content. Horrible content. What are you drinking? You want to start with beer or alcohol? What are you drinking? You go ahead.
I have.
Oh, did I leave my?
You left your glass. See, I'm all discombobulated. I have nothing in the right space.
Get your beer. Start talking about your beer.
I tried to make music happen in the beginning, and now, see, we changed. Change is bad.
Yeah, change is bad.
Change is
Well,
horrible.
we'll get some better change at some
I
point.
need.
But anyway,
Now I need a beer.
what kind of beer are you drinking?
Well,
Start talking to the people.
well, I have a plethora.
You have a plethora.
I have a
Okay.
plethora.
See, I always come ready with I have a beer, I have a shot options, and I have my liquor of the evening.
So there's always the dad
I'm
decanter.
not a professional. The dead decanter has Evan Williams in it.
The dad decanter is always nearby. That sits on the desk that I work at. This desk has like
Mountain
2
Dew.
shelves, and I've got like my decanter. I've got a couple other bottles here. I've got an assortment of small bottles
Yes.
that I keep right here in a little in a little box.
Yeah.
So I've got mini airplane bottles, and then I have a plethora.
I have the liquor globe next to me. It doesn't show real well, but maybe I can just snap a quick. There it is, and then there's somebody. This is what we're working with here.
we
We've
got?
got. It's like an old pirate looking. That's my globe, and this is when it's open.
Okay.
And we got a bunch of little bottles there for you to choose from. My mom is the queen of the yard sale. I think that's where that came from. I don't know, but I love
Hold
my
on.
liquor globe.
Yard sales, voodoo dolls.
The voodoo doll's still in here.
What
I forgot to
else?
take it back today. Ugh.
What else is Mrs. Brendan good at?
Mrs. Brendan sounds weird.
Well, Miss oh, upper
Don't say okay. Yeah, good point. Mrs. Yeah,
Madam Brendan,
Ma-
Madam,
Jesus
Madam,
Lord. Gardening,
Madam.
cooking, best grill master around. I don't know. Oh, you're not that great.
I'll
Shut up.
compete.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we did have some good food this weekend.
So
My place smells amazing right now. I've got some pork that's I've been shredding down. I got some
there's
broth.
open pork sitting in your house.
Well, no, there's a pot going and it's real slow.
Okay, so you're
Slow stuff.
cooking.
Yeah.
You're cooking
Yeah,
pork.
yeah, yeah.
That's a
It's just
better description for people listening, other than like I shredded pork earlier.
I leave pork around my house in
Yeah,
various
there's just
places.
shredded pork hanging out throughout your home.
Yes.
Um,
What's your beer?
so I have part of the Flying Monkey series, as you remember from, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
started
Gloop?
drinking the Flying Monkey, and it was a Gloop. You're right. Yes. It was a breakfast IPA that didn't taste
remember thing.
very breakfasty. I have
Right.
another beer from that series. It was a 4 beer series of IPAs, and I have another beer that's part of that series this week. This is their Meat Mort.
What?
Meat Mort.
Meat mort.
Meat Mort. Meat Mort.
Meat mort.
So here's the thing, and this is where I start to think that beers are getting out of control. Breweries are getting out of fucking control. First off, it's called Meat Mort.
Meat mort.
And I'm okay, like I've accepted that part. I've accepted that breweries are gonna have silly fucking names. They're gonna use goofy fucking colors, and that's fun. I enjoy that.
Lots
That's
of puns.
fucking
Lots
fine.
of puns.
But what I'm noticing is also we're just starting to kind of make up genres.
Yeah.
This is
Oh God. I can't wait for this.
a high density hop charge IPA. Hop charge. Hop charge. Like a credit card.
Yeah. No. I understand.
Um
What if it's like charged like a cell phone? Like you plug your hop into a USB-C and you charge the hop, and it's more powerful hop when you put it in the. I ate some mushrooms earlier that are affecting me, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
so he's on mushrooms.
I definitely am not. I would not be able to function. Oh my God.
This podcast wouldn't be happening.
These lights and stuff like that, I'd be
I'd be over here.
I can only imagine.
I'd
you'd
be
be
over
over-
here. You just see a little bit of shoulder action every once in a great while. Eventually
What are you
something would
doing?
happen.
I don't want to see a little bit of shoulder action every once in a while and something happen every
Just
now
some
and then.
elbow love. So
Okay, you got a beer. Taste that beer. Tell people what it tastes like. I'm
Let's-
gonna go get my rocks glass I left in the freezer.
let's check out the back of this can while he's grabbing that rocks glass.
Yes,
People of the
yes.
internet.
You do.
So
that.
this is Flying Monkey's Meat Morp High Density Hop Charge IPA. So the story on the back of this beer, and this is about 90% of the fun with the marketing, is a little story blurbs. We come in intense peace. Meat Morp is the peaceful greeting of the hop hybroids sharing their alpha advanced cryocharged civilization with our water-rich planet. I thought I was full of shit.
Ow!
He's okay.
Sorry.
Are you all right?
I'm coming. Wait. Where's it going?
So, You Cannot Cryo, Idaho 7, El Dorado, Citra, Mosaic, and Incognito impart
pork
the
is
glow
really
of
hot.
luscious
Stuck my finger
fruits,
in there and-
add brief pulsars of sappy herb, and send bright citrus bursts, illuminating our evergreen earth with this succulent golden creation. Meat Mort friends, thank you for teaching us about our own humanity.
Jesus, just the part I got here and heard at the end. I'm glad I didn't hear the
This
beginning.
is some long-winded bullshit. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hops in this beer. And I don't understand what hop charge means. Did they do something different? Is this going to have like caffeine in it or something fucked up?
Oh, I did it again.
Barley, wheat. Okay, just the ingredients list on a Canadian beer, first off, is
I'm gone.
fantastic. The ingredients list on a Canadian beer is barley and wheat. They just put the 2 ingredients on there. That's the extent of the list. They don't put the hops or anything on there. This is Flying Monkey's Craft Brewery. This is Meat Mort. This is a hop charge IPA.
Okay, this is already gone on way too long. You know what I'm having? Victoria. It's absolutely delicious. I had my Dos Equis, I had my Corona, I've had my
Yeah.
Modelo. But if you want to know what my favorite is, it's Victoria. When it comes to cervezas, Mexican import, Victoria wins.
Well, yeah, your beer doesn't have a fucking backstory. Well, it's got a
Oh,
backstory.
I'm sure it does.
It's got a backstory, but it's not. It's
I'll
not.
look it up.
Hold on. Hop hybroids sharing their alpha advanced cryocharged civilization with our water-rich planet.
This shithead's still reading the can, and I'm enjoying my beer.
This says Euconaut Cryo, Idaho 7, El Dorado, Citric Mosaic, and Incognito hops.
Incognito hops means they didn't put shit in there and they just made it up. I'm like, those are incognito. You can't taste it. Yeah, whatever.
So,
I'm happy. You
Looks
still
like an
haven't even
IPA.
tasted yours.
hold on.
Oh, God.
Why does that smell burnt?
Smells burnt. So far, we have notes of burnt. Faces of confusion.
What's the
Yeah?
ABV on this motherfucker? 6.7.
Does
That
it taste
doesn't-
stronger?
It tastes like water.
Oh.
That's why, like, it's yeasty. It's a little yeasty and hoppy. But all beer, except for like your ultra lights, your Michelob Ultras, your Bud Lights, your Miller Lights, except for those,
Water.
usually have that kind of beer alcohol bite, right?
What do those beers and Sex in a Canoe have in common? They're fucking close to water.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, never mind. Anyway, yeah, Victoria, it's delicious. You don't have to read some bullshit. You want to know what it is? Here's my reading. Brewed and bottled by Cerveza Modelo Nueva Mexico. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. But every time I'm in a restaurant having fajitas, if they have Victoria, I will have a Victoria. I will have some mezcal at some point.
So, what I can say so far about Flying Monkey Craft Brewery, I like how they put Craft Brewery in their logo there. Flying Monkey Craft Brewery.
I'm pretty sure they're drug users. Have you seen their cans? I think they're the ones on mushrooms.
I feel like their cans oversell. Maybe oversell's not the right word, but this is a far milder, more.
Oversell. I don't see that can and want to drink it. Like maybe it's just me nowadays, but I don't see that can and go, I've got to.
I would usually go away from a beer that comes in a can that looks like this.
Yeah, 100%. That's some.
This
bullshit.
is a far better made beer than the can leads you to believe. And all of this
Gotcha.
marketing. High density hop charge IPA. This is just a good clean IPA. It's not super hazy. It's not incredibly bitter or super high ABV. It's got a nice kind of West Coast vibe to it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic. They should market their shit better. Flying Monkey, I think you should tone it down a little bit, and you guys make really good beer. So you're drinking a Victoria. What else are you drinking?
In the Death Star, on the Death Star tonight will be poured in my grandfather's glass for a good reason. Ray's Private Bar.
One day, we're gonna do, and you always talk about these things we're gonna do. You're gonna make me get on the water, which is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like a tour of all of your like grandpa booze stuff. There is like this plethora. That's the word of the show, by the way. We're just gonna change this eventually just to the plethora show. I feel like you've got so many things that were like cut, like glasses or things that come.
They
from
had
your
they had a
grandfather.
better bar in their beautiful A-frame house in the woods than some of the bars that we've worked at. It had the hanging glassware above that you could pull. It had runnings. I mean, it was a stocked bar. And I don't know, I'm a sentimental person. My grandparents were amazing. And I would say I might even have more golf stuff of his. But I did get a lot of things from the bar. I got my favorite thing ever. It is in the other room in there. I should have it here on the show, but it is like a castle tower.
A castle?
of wood that maybe I'll get it in a second and we'll talk about it. But what I'm drinking is from his collection, some Glenfiddich 12-year tonight.
Okay. Some fancy Scotch. I feel like I have to do a shot now. I feel like I have to sip on something. You've got, but I mean, the only thing well, hold on. I've got a little bit of the Getting Worked bourbon.
Ah, yes.
By Brain Brew. So I don't have a proper glass. I've just got a shot glass. So we'll do a sippy out of a shot glass.
You want to know something funny?
What's that?
I've never tasted this before. This will be a first for me.
What year is that?
It's a 12-year.
Okay. So, coming from, we both worked in bourbon bars, and you're drinking Scotch right now.
Yeah.
How hard of a whiskey line do you walk? I know some people stick completely to bourbon. Some people dance between. Some people don't touch Irish whiskey. Some people love it.
Holy shit, that's so easy to drink.
Well, that answers part of my question.
Oh my god. Wow. See, that's my problem is when I first tried some scotches, Scotch is one of those things I tell people is a lot like tequilas. Or maybe most things. I mean, vodka I wouldn't put in that category, but the difference in a bad scotch and a good scotch will make you not know what scotch is. Like, same with bad tequila, good tequila. Like, tequila is sippable if you get the right stuff. I mean, there's good tequila that you can sip on. Most people think, oh, that's just that shit you shoot in college. It makes you do stupid shit. But this Glenfiddich 12 is delicious. I mean, I like Macallan as well. That's kind of the way that I'm new to it. I drank them basically from my grandfather's bar. And yeah, that's delicious. That blows my mind how much I enjoy that right now.
I've got
There's no burn. It's so sweet and delicious. What do you got there?
Little sipper of that Brain Brew whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers.
To the Ray's bar glass. To you, Ray.
Yeah. My dad, Ray, and Grandpa.
Oh, your dad and Grandpa have the same name?
Yes.
So you're Brendan.
Yes.
So wait, Ray Brendan.
Yes. Well, Franklin is actually his name. I don't know. Oh, God. Bob. No, we haven't done the soda thing yet. You don't need to remind him, okay?
Oh, it's coming.
I'm just checking the chat room there.
Oh, it's coming.
You know what? No, God.
So, hold on.
What? That's a great story there. Bob did bring this up. You know what? I did have Johnny Walker Blue before. And that's, I mean, talking some good stuff. Bob's wife had, I believe, gotten a bottle in a Christmas raffle. And when we were out there in Colorado for an FCC game, he invited myself and a couple of the other supporters over, and we did a dinner. He's like, yeah, I got this bottle of stuff. And Chris and I are like, yeah, sure, we'll have a drink or whatever. And he pulls it out, and it's fucking Johnny Walker Blue label. And we went, yeah, we'll have some of that. And Bob starts free pouring it. And if you people know what's legal in the state of Colorado, I sat
pancakes,
relaxing with a pancakes, looking over the mountain and sipping on Johnny Walker Blue. I had so much pancakes.
And from what I understand, pancakes in Colorado are not like pancakes here.
No, they're strong pancakes.
They make good pancakes out there?
They make good pancakes out there.
Like,
yeah.
And the fact that pancakes are so prevalent. Like, we don't live in an area where you can just go down to the corner store and get a pancake.
No, we don't have a pancake shop down
there. No, we don't have pancake shops here. And I think that's the thing too, is like, you think about partying in other cities, not been to St. Louis and other places in the country. And you go to these places and you see just like, oh, they sell pancakes just right here. You walk in, you sign in, and you just go buy some pancakes. So
look at Bob talking his roast up, an amazing roast dinner. Yeah. Some places you're walking around like, holy shit, I can smell pancakes everywhere.
That was my thing with going to St. Louis is I love that
Seattle.
Pancakes are legal, but the thing is, everywhere I went smelled like pancakes. I went to the zoo with my wife, and the whole zoo smelled like pancakes. Yep. We're watching the otters, and the otters are, being up and being all cute, and then all of a sudden it's like, God damn, who's got the goddamn pancakes in their pocket?
The Otters were excited for some secondhand pancakes.
I think nothing better than give an otter a little bit of pancakes after they come up. And have you ever seen like an otter in like an otter show? So here's the thing. I feel like certain
I've
aquariums.
seen an otter in an otter show.
I feel like I guess animals are a lot more spread out than I assume. Because I thought sea otters were at a lot more places you could go watch one. But we go to St. Louis, and apparently it's a big deal that they have a live sea otter show. And then I thought about it, I'm like, I can't remember the last time I actually saw a sea otter. Because I go to zoos, and I go to aquariums, and I go to things like that. I'm starting thinking like, when's the last time I saw a sea otter? So we went there because
What do you
we're
mean?
like,
When's the last time? Like you're gonna see one down in the Ohio River?
Another
That
aquarium.
is not an otter.
Another aquarium. My wife and I
That is
like
a
to go to
rat.
aquariums when we go to other cities. We go to the one in Gatlinburg. We go to the one in Newport, Kentucky. We went to one in St. Louis. And I was
You know what
sort
my
of thinking,
favorite part of the aquarium is?
what's that?
Penguins.
Penguins?
The penguins crack me up. I spend as much time just sitting and watching the penguins as I do walking through the rest of the aquarium, specifically the one nearby, because you can really fly through that one if you. I mean, you don't try to, but like the first time you go, you end up going through and be like, oh, I went through way too fucking fast. And then the next time you kind of take it a little bit easy and you spend some more time at the penguins. Penguins and pancakes, I could sit there forever.
Let's have some pancakes and then go watch some penguins. Man,
Yeah.
man.
All right. So what are you drinking? What's your? Oh, you already got your liquor. You told me.
So I've got my liquor. I've got my beer. So we spent some time together
We did.
this past weekend. We sat together and we actually watched the WWE Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble Saturday. It doesn't sound as good as Sunday.
Saturday doesn't have the same cadence.
No.
It's this Saturday, Sunday. It's Saturday. It's the extra syllable. Saturday, Sunday. You can go Sunday, dun 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 dun. It's 6 syllables. It's
Dun,
one,
dun,
two,
dun,
three.
dun, dun, dun.
Well, Sunday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Saturday doesn't have the same cadence. Saturday. It doesn't work. So we watched the Royal Rumble on Saturday.
Did you have pancakes today?
No.
Sorry.
No. So
yeah, we sat and watched the Rumble. I think I even have my notes here because I was feverishly taking notes.
you were taking a lot of notes. I understood you were taking notes, but
Yep.
if you didn't know that you were taking notes for a podcast,
If I applied myself this much in school, oh,
you are like it almost had a toddler vibe. Give him his iPad and he's just gonna sit there and he's okay.
I was editing photos too. Like, I gotta be doing multiple things. I got the DD.
The
The
DD?
HDD. I got the
Ooh.
HD ADD.
Can I be a paladin?
Everything- Yeah, it's HD ADD. Like
I'll be a
really
paladin.
For my ADD. You'll be a paladin.
You be an elf.
Yep.
We need a barbarian and a wizard.
I could like. I mean,
Oh,
like the
oh.
notes. The notes are insane. Like I looked at them today, and I went. I haven't looked at them since that night. and I
Nobody's
went,
gonna get
Holy
that joke,
shit!
by the way. Nobody's
I
gonna
wrote-
get the D&D AD. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
I wrote too many notes. I mean, this is my handwriting all the way down. This is
What
my
in
notes
the
from
Goodwill fucking hunting is that? Why do you take notes like a Green Day video? What the fuck is that?
And you know what's fucked up is I don't remember what some of this means. So I think I should just like run down it real fast.
I think
and-
hold on. We needed to because your parents watch this and Mr. and Mrs. Brendan.
Jesus.
I apologize for what I'm about to say. That looks like a suicide note.
No.
Hold it up for the camera. Where are you? I am so lonely. That Blink-182 song.
No. Wait. I miss you. I miss. Don't waste
Miss your time on me. You're already. Yes.
Inside my.
We're gonna do a
Missed
maxi
you, I
cut one
missed
day of
you.
all the singing clips, and that's gonna be like 3 parts.
All right, you ready for me to fire through my Royal Rumble?
So this is what Brendan's brain did taking notes during the WWE Royal Rumble.
I got distracted at points because there's food and snacks around and stuff
There's a
like
lot of
that.
food.
Okay, why are the women always on first for the Royal Rumble match? Jordan Grace, I just wrote as big as possible. Biggest surprise maybe in Royal Rumble history to me.
This was a Royal Rumble that didn't have a lot of surprises. That's usually you watch Royal Rumble
I have a note about that later.
for
And
the match.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why there's not as many surprises.
Well, you watch the Rumble for the match, but you also watch to see who's going to show up in the Royal Rumble, like surprises.
Yeah, when the number
returning
counts down, a
superstars.
surprise person from
Oh,
the
it's
past.
Rob Van Dam! Like something like fucking that. And not to skip ahead, but the men's Royal Rumble was a little skimpy on surprises and
They
like
can't.
entrance.
My theory is this: you can't do that many surprises anymore because there's too much fucking talent. They have swooped up so much. I mean, there's just too many. Look at that roster and try to tell me people you have to cut and keep in there.
I
Like,
mean,
there's no room to be like, all right, we're gonna bring back this veteran to do a fun spot and dick this guy over who's a hard worker who's here 300 days
and
a
I
year.
can't
on the
disagree
tour.
with that because I think the biggest thing in the men's Rumble, and I guess we'll just talk about the differences between the Rumbles themselves for a moment,
One had boobs in it.
one had boobs, but I think the men's Rumble really sunk into Cody and Punk. That was the central. There was a lot of players involved around that. There was Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre and Jimmy
Let me
Uso
pan down on my notes.
and
Pan down on my
Gunther.
notes. Pan down on my notes. What was the last thing I said? Predictable final two. It was the most predictable final two. Just what's the point of the other 28 guys? It was
But I was
predictable
okay
as
with
hell.
it. I was okay with that. I was okay with the fact that you gave me the thing that you advertised. You built up Cody and Punk facing off in the Royal Rumble, and they faced off in the Royal Rumble with who was in there with them at the end?
every
Was it
now
Gunther?
and then I want it was Gunther and Drew McIntyre.
Gunther
But
and
every
Drew.
now and then I want WWE to call in M. Night Shyamalan and give me some twists.
Okay, so hold on. And this
Yeah.
is an unplanned part of the show.
Yeah.
You're booking an M. Night Shyamalan twist in that match.
Yes.
The men's. Let's talk about the men's Rumble. The men's Rumble came down to Cody, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk.
Yep.
What's your M. Night Shyamalan twist?
Dude, you really put me on the spot.
You want one?
The Devil's Mask from AEW shows up on the screen at the top of the ramp. MJF.
And it's MJF.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
I would have.
That'd be the
I
only
would have
thing.
loved to see MJF show up in WWE. See MJF show up at the Royal Rumble.
No, he's permanent with AEW. Well, permanent for now. He's got another long-term deal. He'll eventually go to WWE. Do you want me to run through my notes fast or not?
Let's go
We're
back
gonna
through
do
this.
this fast. Okay, Jordan Grace, biggest surprise ever, maybe. Moment with Natalia or Naomi was very cool to see them from TNA to suddenly be in WWE ring, hug each
Naomi
other.
got
Awesome.
a big pop.
Then I have-
Naomi got a huge
Naomi got a huge
reaction.
pop.
Huge,
Huge pop.
reaction.
Great pop for someone who I don't think is talented that much. I mean, she's all right, but she's not
You said it, not me. I'm on the
Oh wait,
other,
wrong
other
way.
way.
You're
other
over
way.
here. Yep.
I'm over there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I have haunted garage moment. Do you remember that?
Everyone
There was
thought
a
that a
haunted
ghost
garage
was in my
moment.
garage.
Why was there a ghost in your garage?
There's not a ghost in my garage. It's a digital camera, and that was the digital thing moving through it. There's no such thing as
Digital
ghosts.
thing moved through the camera.
They saw
Explain.
my wife go out to the garage, or somebody
No,
went in the garage.
your wife was on the couch and she suddenly had movement on the camera in the garage.
There,
Bum
that's the
bum
story.
bum. What was the movement?
Nothing.
It was a shadow, bro.
It was a gray spot in the camera.
No, there was a shadow. All right, next note I have is Mike hates Zoe Stark, but clapped for Nia Jax.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Nia Jax is
Zoe
amazing.
Stark is awesome.
Nia Jax is amazing. Talks a lot of shit, and I love when she gets on Twitter because she's a badass on Twitter.
No,
doesn't give a fuck
I
about
don't give a
anybody.
shit about her Twitter. She can get hired by Twitter to wrestle. No, in a wrestling ring for the Royal Rumble or in a match, Zoe Stark is far more talented.
She's not like most girls.
I don't give a no.
Zoe Stark
Next note.
looks like you created a character in a video game.
She doesn't look like the typical prototypical. She's a badass. She's awesome.
And that's it. I feel like you created a character in a video game.
She
But
was
that's
an
it.
indie badass. She is a badass. She wrestles great.
She was
She's
on the
talented.
Indies?
She doesn't hurt people.
I thought she was like one of those like
No,
we
she's
hired a
huge from the.
snowboarder or
Look
something.
into Zoe Stark's past, you fool.
I'm not doing
All
that.
right, next notes. Jade was impressive as fuck.
Hold on,
but
we gotta stop. We gotta
WWE
stop.
dropped the ball. But wait. But WWE, yeah.
I disagree with you saying they dropped the ball.
I think they dropped the ball.
She
should have won
couldn't
it.
have won.
Let
you
her
can't
debut
do
and
that.
fucking win.
You can't do that.
100% you can.
You cannot have somebody show up, debut,
Yes, why
win
not?
the whole motherfucking thing when they've already been teasing her. Like, I felt like this would have been the moment to start.
That's less predictable than it's gonna be CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
But I feel like this is the moment where you could have started a rivalry without her winning. Whoever eliminated her should be the person
she's
that
got
she
a rivalry
fights.
now. I mean, she's got a rivalry with Nia because she threw her over. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
next
good for
notes.
me.
Next notes. AJ Styles is the phenomenal crash test dummy. He's just used to be thrown around.
What do you think of modern AJ Styles?
It's hard for me.
I'm gonna say post 2020 AJ Styles.
He sells as good as anybody in the world. He and Dolph Ziggler are at the top of my list for some of the people who sell the best on the planet. But I don't think he can go as well as Dolph Ziggler anymore.
So
or
why
Nick
do they
Nemeth.
keep him and
Excuse
not
me.
Dolph Ziggler?
Nick, if you listen to the recent podcast he was on, he asked for his release, and they gave it to him
I mean, that
2
makes
weeks
sense.
later.
That makes sense. He is a super talented person who makes every like TV thing he's involved with better. So I can buy that.
All right,
back
we're
to your
gonna run
notes.
through the rest of this. Okay, Law Night is so over.
So we ended up renaming LA Knight during the Royal Rumble. We watched the Royal Rumble with our friends Derek and Shelby.
Yeah, Derek. Here's the thing about Derek, and I made this note too. I love watching wrestling with someone who is so new to wrestling. It's like watching a series that you love, like when I introduce people to The Lost or Sons of Anarchy, and Derek's excitement over things, like we saw the false finishes coming, but to see the excitement he got out of some false
Wrestling's
finishes,
broken our hearts more times than we can count.
Oh, yeah,
We are jaded old lovers of pro wrestling, and so it's so good. It's so refreshing to see somebody who's like so into it because like, and well, because you got to think, you and I watched. You were a Power and Glory fan. I was a Piper fan and a Hogan fan and Macho.
I was an everything fan. I was a Jake the Snake
but,
fan.
But we watched old school
until that convention.
slower 80s wrestling
We should
all the
tell
way
that.
up to the modern era. And we're not telling that story.
No,
But
we will eventually.
we'll eventually tell that story again. But
Okay, I have a note here for a question for you.
we've watched wrestling from like slower old school evolve into the modern style. I can't imagine what it's like when your first exposure to wrestling is modern wrestling that literally is just machine gun fireworks most of the time.
Oh,
It's like ba 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 ba. I'm used to like
it's the
in
it's
between
the
slower
TikTok thing.
paced.
It's the TikTok thing. People's attention span. You've got to have rapid fire, and it's Cirque du holy fuck. What is going on? It's Cirque du Soleil meets like yeah.
God,
And then every now and then you have these bloodlettings. Okay, real quick. Next note. Real quick. In 2 sentences, because we're going to fly through this wrestling shit and get to our other shit. Or not in 2 sentences. Just very quickly tell me, who would you want to end Roman Reigns' reign? Is it Punk, Rock, or Cody?
So I don't have
I said quick.
I can't answer that quick because
Quick.
Rock.
I think it'd be entertaining as fuck. Rock needs to fight him, reclaim the tribal
Here's
thing. Yeah.
no matter what you do though, I think Solo Sikoa is the key piece. Cody Rock, it's not going to be Punk. We know that now. It's not going to be CM Punk. He is going to miss WrestleMania this year. So it's going to be Cody or Rock. Now here's my thing. Regardless of who does it, I think when Roman loses the belt, you have to end the bloodline. You have to. So I
That was
think
a good cop-out answer. Bravo, buddy.
well,
All right.
I think Solo is pivotal in whoever beats Roman beating Roman. I think he finally doesn't follow Roman's orders
Okay.
to assist in the belt changing hands.
Perfect.
Go.
Here we go. Logan Paul versus KO. Logan Paul is annoyingly good at wrestling.
It's
I don't want to
obnoxious.
like that son of a bitch, but goddamn, he gets the business.
And
you can tell he's a lifelong
that goes
fan.
back to
He's
what you were
in,
saying a
he's
moment
sold
ago.
in.
It goes back to what you're. I want to talk about this for a moment. That goes back to what you were
Okay.
saying a moment
We're
ago.
going to talk about other stuff besides wrestling.
We
We
are.
have a plan, I promise.
But think about, we talked about watching other people watch wrestling. And
Yeah.
you and I look at the Logan Pauls and the Pat McAfees and the Bad Bunnies in a certain way. But
I don't know, but it's a problem.
how well did Pat
Yeah.
and fucking Logan
Pat
land?
McAfee was unbelievable, and he's one of the best commentators they
But
have now that they've signed a
Think
new
about our
deal
friends
with
that didn't watch wrestling that much, and this was
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the first times they get into it. That's that. As much as wrestling fans like you and I and some of these old school wrestling fans out there might be like, "Fuck all this new bullshit," like we watched why that marketing shit works. Why that's why you get Pat McAfee, because our friends were like, "Fucking Pat McAfee." I was like, that's why you pay that dude a bunch
And
of
you
money. to
wouldn't
come
believe
hang out in
how
your WWE
talented he
place.
really fucking is watching what he'll do.
fantastic!
He's willing to put his body on the line off the top of
He's
cages and shit like that.
fantastic.
It's crazy. The KO finish, I just want to touch on real quick. It was that KO
Brass knuckle.
stole the brass knuckles, hit Logan Paul, pinned. But what I wanted to point out was the camera angles, the production value. Back to our friend who just, they all of a sudden, you see the referee, see that, like, it's so perfectly well done. And that's where I wrote, watching with a newbie, this is my favorite thing.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, real quick. Men's Rumble. Too many talents for surprises. Derek's quotes. I love the blue Samoan, Jay Hughes.
Jay Hughes.
Jay
Hughes.
Uso.
Jay
Uso.
Hughes.
He called him the blue Samoan Jay Hughes.
Because my brain immediately goes, hold on, Mr. Hughes?
Mr. Hughes with the glasses.
Where's
the big dude.
Mr. Hughes is in the Rumble? Fuck yeah!
Shelby started a Go Phil Go chant for Phil Brooks.
Yes.
Derek popped for the Jay elimination while screaming, "It's Gunter time." There's a predictable final two. Your wife buys into the dirt sheets too much, and Cody is a two-time Royal Rumble champion.
So that's,
Although I will say this, I am very disappointed to say this. I am starting to get more of a feeling due to recent news that you might be right, that Okada is going to come to WWE, and they're going to ruin him because they are terrible with superstars from New Japan.
They're not gonna
Look at
ruin
Shinsuke. He's never held. They will ruin him. They'll put him in a stupid storyline. AEW's no story. Give him matches. Oh God, he could still wrestle other places. I'm afraid he's going to ruin his career.
all right, we're gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna frame this concept for you.
Mercedes Moné to AEW, and unfortunately, I'm starting to lean to Okada to WWE because Pro Wrestling Tees was told to stop selling all of his merchandise. And that's a WWE move.
Netflix.
Now
maybe
we'll start showing,
getting kicked off of TNT. Let's be real. Ratings can only go so low before a network decides you're not worth the fucking time.
Okay.
Let's be realistic about that.
Netflix would get kicked off TNT?
No.
Netflix?
What's Okada going to decide?
Is that what you said?
No, what's Okada going to decide? Is Okada going to go to Netflix for Raw? Or is he going to risk going to AEW and possibly get kicked off and have to go to the same fucking like streaming service as Impact?
Or, real quick, my fight for Okada in AEW is he's able to wrestle in other places like New Japan.
Everybody's
and
allowed
wrestle
to do
on
that.
the
That's
indies.
not new.
Not in WWE. Once he's in WWE, he's locked in
No,
WWE.
but everybody
He
in
can't wrestle
AEW
anywhere
can
else.
go to New Japan. Who gives
For
a
those
shit?
of you that don't know, Kazuchika Okada is
the greatest.
modern day Hulk
One of the
Hogan,
greatest.
but Japanese. He might be the greatest wrestler on
I
the
have an
planet
Okada
who has
dollar
ever lived.
framed on the wall. If you don't know what an Okada dollar
He's
is,
never left
I'm
Japan.
not taking it off the wall. But this
I mean,
man
he's
is the
left.
Rainmaker. He comes out to the ring and he puts his hands out, and money rain falls to the sky.
He
I went
looks
to All
like a
In.
creative character. He doesn't even look like a real person.
I
Like,
went to
he
All
looks-
In Chicago in 2018, and my only goal was to get a fucking Okada dollar when Okada came out. I got
The
one,
Rainmaker.
and it's framed on my fucking wall. Okada is not gonna fucking waste his goddamn time playing with the kids on
Kids,
TNT.
don't save that with fucking Daniel Bryan over there and some of the best wrestlers on the planet. If you're the best wrestlers in WWE might be Randy Orton.
The best,
Might be.
the
Okay,
best
you know what?
wrestler.
We're gonna talk
in
about other shit. We're
the
gonna
best
fight.
wrestler
Okay.
in the world doesn't matter when he gets hurt every single month. I love Daniel Bryan just as much as fucking anybody. But
CM Punk gets hurt every month. Fuck off.
yes, and I said this to you over text.
You want
I
to do
will-
shots? You
Hold
wanna
on,
tell me what
hold
you're
on.
watching
I
this
said
week?
this
You
to
wanna
you.
tell me,
I
like,
said this to you over
"Oh."
text. The CM Punk shine is starting to wear off for me. I will
Of course, 'cause he's a
100% admit
broken
that.
man.
But how can you? You're gonna go to AEW. You're gonna get fucking either hurt or fucked up. Daniel Bryan can't even fucking have 6 months without fucking taking 2 months off. He's drinking
Slivovitz.
Shvekavaka or whatever the fuck that was called.
It's that plum brandy.
Schlickovitz. Hold on, because now you got to actually chase that with something.
Oh, fuck off.
It's revenge time, people of the internet.
No, does it have to be right now?
It has to be. People of the internet,
Tell them what you did.
If you've been watching this stream for a while, one thing you might have noticed is right before the holidays, Brendan dropped 6 random sodas off at my house. These were 6 sodas that he had purchased, and we told you, the audience, what the sodas were. I drank them for 6 weeks. I drank ranch soda, bacon soda, peanut butter and jelly. What were some of them?
Peanut butter and jelly, ranch, chicken wing,
Chicken wing.
sweet corn, pumpkin
corn.
pie. Now, don't be. I mean, I think you went meaner. I'll tell you,
So-
there is one flavor. I'm telling you right now, if there is one thing in here, there's one thing that I could open up and see that I might quit the podcast. I might say I'm not doing it. This ends it. Find a new co-host. If there is anything, fucking olive. I'm just telling you that right now.
Really?
Olives or cucumber. I hate olives so much.
Hold on.
They're the-
Pause.
They are the
Pause.
testicles of Satan.
Cucumbers?
Yeah, cucumbers are pointless.
Like pickles or cucumbers?
I love a dill pickle.
So what's a
My
cucumber?
grandfather,
God,
Ray,
what-
who we talked about earlier, he liked bread and butter. Ugh, I didn't like those. Sweet pickles, ugh, no point.
bread and butter is an
Dill
old
pickles.
person pickle. No. I don't mean this to insult Ray, but like that makes
No,
sense
no, you're
because
fine.
bread
That's
and
an old
butter.
person thing.
Bread and butter is an old person pickle.
We had this discussion the other day at work because there's some older people on my team who hopefully will never watch this, but one of them specifically
I hope
showed
nobody
up with,
for my job ever fucking watches this.
yeah. One of them specifically showed up with Braunschweiger. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's like a potted
The
meat
only-
that you
the
can
only
spread
place
on
I-
crackers.
Yeah. You would get it like my grandmother would cut it like in a disc, and you'd have like the paper on the outside, you know. And actually, I think if I remember, I liked it. I don't know. I could have just been still converting from baby food into that. But I think I liked it. But I remember that I've never seen anybody under the age of 70 with it.
Yeah.
Although I don't think the lady on my team is 70. But
My
anyway,
my
so
aunt
I
and
have.
uncle would do Braunschweiger, and they would slice the little disc off because it comes in like a tube, like summer sausage. Slice a disc off,
Yeah.
but then like take a butter knife and press it with the butter knife, and like spread it on a cracker,
See-
like almost like a ham salad.
Here's the problem. At that point, it's not meat anymore to me. It's a fucking. It's a paste. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
but
no.
You gotta think
Let
where
it
that
be
came
somewhat
from.
solid.
You
Like,
gotta
let
think
it
where
at
that
least
came.
be
That
solid.
was how like that's from like old food preservation methods. Like I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're
You
saying.
ever- like it's like making pemmican. You know what pemmican is? Like the old like chewy meat.
Oh yeah.
I was into like this survivalist channel for a little bit because I really thought someday I was going to need to go off the grid and live in the woods and learn to make pemmican. And you've seen like if the two of us in the apocalypse, I have a feeling, no offense, I'm not going to live that long, but I'm going to live longer than you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna
Because you
eat
won't
me.
even go in the fucking woods with me. I
You're
want to
gonna
do a
eat me.
podcast around the fire of us camping. I wouldn't eat you.
You would eat. I no. I would. I if I'm gonna die, eat me.
No, I
If
don't
I'm
know.
gonna fucking, what the fuck are you talking about? If I'm gonna die, if it gets to the point where
I don't
I'm
know if I
dying
like the way you've taken
anyway,
care of your body. I don't know if I like the way. I don't know if
dude,
I want
I'm
to eat.
gonna be delicious.
No,
Are you
I'm pretty
fucking
sure
kidding me?
I need
I'm
clean.
fat and juicy.
No,
Dude, I'm gonna be so flavorful. I'm the filet mignon of podcasters.
I don't think you're the filet mignon.
Are you
of, like,
fucking kidding me?
If Jeffrey Dahmer
Oh
was
my
walking down the street,
God.
no, I don't know if you're like the cannibal's fetish.
I mean, I'm not a wagyu. I'm not saying I'm like wagyu meat or nothing like that, but like your boy is at least like,
You don't think you're ground chuck?
I'm better than ground chuck. Are you kidding me? I ain't no stew meat. Like you're searing, you're at least cutting a steak off my fat ass, searing it on both sides. You're eating me at least medium.
You think I'd go for your ass first?
Oh, you want the meat?
No, I feel like there's like a hock on the side that would be like.
Oh yeah, there's stuff over here, 100%.
Yeah, no, I'd probably go ribs on you.
You just hit that liver, you're fucking done.
Oh yeah, no.
That's useless.
I'm surprised you're not done.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have these foil wrapped bottles that I was given.
Brendan's gonna have to do a soda. And now these are sodas that I went and picked out.
Do you know what order they're in right now? If I were to do
don't.
this and shit.
I don't.
Sweet. Then you're gonna pick it because
So-
I don't know how else we pick it.
If
What
you
do like?
if you watched Brendan set his up, we
Left or right?
revealed all 6 ahead of time. And
yeah,
so
this
we
dickhead
knew what all
made it
6
so I don't
were.
know what's coming.
Thank my wife for that. That was her wonderful idea, and I agree. It was a genius
She
idea.
was helping me, and I know she doesn't watch this, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Fuck you, Kelly. All right, here we go. So I'll let you choose.
All right, so
This side or this side?
if the one closest to your face on the top is number 1, go for
Yes.
number 6.
Which way are we going? 1, 2,
1, 2.
Or
Yep.
1,
1, 2.
2.
Nope. First one. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4,
4, 5,
6 would have been the same either way, because you would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, watch this. 1. No wait.
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4, 5, 6.
Go with that 6.
Yeah.
Then. Go with the 6
Wait,
you just
this
touched.
one?
The 6 you just touched.
Okay, hang on real quick. Just for future reference so we can figure out what I missed in week 1. I'm going to make a little knot in that one so we know which one it is. Oh, bastard right there. Yeah.
He's hoping to
All right.
uncover a little bit of the bottle cap.
All right.
So there's
Yeah,
also
I don't see anything from it.
full disclosure, there's still a part of me. So I love you, buddy. But here's the thing. There's part of me that wonders if you unwrapped those and rewrapped them.
100%. I'm telling you right now. I swear on everything I love in this world. You could pick. You know what I love in this world. You could pick those things. I love Sammy over there. My family. My nephews.
I already believe you because you never talk like that. So I already believe you.
I swear to you, I thought I would play your little fucking game.
So hold on,
Because I'm not happy. Like I'm 100% at the point. I'm
ass beer to enjoy while I watch my revenge. Because, ladies and
Be
gentlemen,
honest with me. You told me 4 of these are revenge, and 2. What do you mean you're living longer than both of us, Bob? You go fuck yourself. You're gonna be the first guy to ever overdose on pancakes. Anyway, so you told me there were 2 that were good. Did you lie to me? I want to know the truth.
drinking
You want Florida Man beer?
drinking Cigar City Brewing's Florida Man Double India Pale Ale. If you got a chance to get some Cigar City beer, do that.
Where's Cigar City out of?
It's out of Tampa, Florida.
Ooh, I
It's
know people down there.
Originally, their
I wonder if Mike
highlight
Parker's watching.
IPA was the thing that I really fell in love with first, because it was like that. It was in the same realm as like an Alpha King, a Zombie Dust, one of those IPAs.
Oh, I love Alpha King.
That was like
oh my god.
hard to find. Like it came around, you had to hunt it down. But it
just gave me
became
a
way more
flashback.
available.
I had an Alpha King phase that was serious. Like I love. My god, you know what? I might try to find Alpha King for next week.
We need to go, and I'm not usually the we need to go somewhere guy, but
Yeah, no shit.
3 Floyds Brewing which is also where they serve War Pig beer, which is an amazing brewery as well. Would be a hell of a trip.
We have for those that know, quote unquote, supporters group in Cincinnati known as the Queen City War Pigs. You can follow on X, formerly Twitter. But
I still call it Twitter.
I have a lot of War Pig stuff. Anyway, do we want to get into this bullshit?
So there's 6 sodas total. If I had to say how many of them were fuck you bottles, 100% 2 out of the 6. 100%. 2 out of the 6, fuck you. 1, I legit don't know. It is a dice roll bottle that you're either gonna be like, I fucking hate this, or I don't mind this. And I don't want to give it away by saying it's a divisive flavor, but it's a flavor that people have opinions on.
God damn it.
So
can I guess one real quick? And you can say yes or no, just on one thing.
I'm not going to say yes or no. You could say what your guess is, but I'm not going to
I just have
your
this
guess.
instant thought on my mind of something that people are decisive on flavor about. And it's the first thing that came to my mind. Cilantro.
It's an interesting guess.
Because some people say it tastes like soap. It's actually a hereditary thing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. If you look into that, it's very interesting. So... real quick, I guess we might as well figure out what shot I'm going to be chasing whatever's under this with. And I've got 4 selections for you tonight.
This is where I'm actually going to watch the chat intently at this point, because for once,
I'm going to watch 3.
Get fucking revenge, people of the goddamn internet. The black bottle top.
The black bottle top.
And I'm going to do one with you.
You know what's funny? That's the one I was hoping you would get. Let's see.
So, you
Proper
have...
number 12, Irish Apple.
You have 2 choices.
I have Conor McGregor's whiskey. You know what? You went black top, I go black top. Go black top.
What do you got?
I have Conor McGregor's Proper number 12, Irish Apple.
What do you think about Conor McGregor being in the remake of Roadhouse?
That's interesting. I'm happier about him than Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. I don't know.
What a weird...
Why do I not like Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't dislike Jake Gyllenhaal. He never
did anything to me, but for some reason I don't dislike
him. But I feel like, okay, out of all these, young dudes... Okay.
I'm going to start unwrapping this.
Hold on. Out of all these young dudes with abs, I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal was at the bottom of my list. I feel like Zac Efron. Who's the guy that played the Ken doll? Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
Out of anybody. But anyway, people on the internet, let's see what he gets. This is the first bottle in the soda. Ooh, I think I know. I think I know what that is.
I'm already not excited about this.
I think I know what that is.
It's funny.
I think I know. I think I know what that is. I think I know. Peanut butter soda, baby, peanut butter. See, that's actually one of the ones that I was like, that's not going to be terrible. You got off easy on the first one.
There's people that eat peanut butter off a spoon and like it's all right, but I need jelly with it, and I'm kind of disappointed about this because what's funny is one of these shots that you turned down was a peanut butter whiskey that I was trying to avoid. So right here is the Rams Point peanut butter whiskey that I was trying to avoid. I did avoid it because I didn't want to try peanut butter whiskey. And you've given me a fucking peanut butter soda that, holy crap, it's cloudy. Why is it cloudy?
It's chunky.
No.
It's crunchy.
I can see it from this light that I have shining my way, but you look at that. That's not good. Why is it cloudy?
Do you want to talk about the texture of the ranch soda?
Hang on, let's... No smell.
No smell?
It's either no smell or I have COVID. No. Diaper?
We're two
nostril. Clean diaper?
We're two nostril people here.
Clean diaper or wet
nap?
Wait,
hold on. Clean diaper.
Clean diaper or wet nap. I don't know why that's what came to my mind, but it's clean diaper or wet nap.
Are you just getting hand sanitizer?
No, because I would have said hand sanitizer. So I would rather fucking drink hand sanitizer because that's at least alcoholic good. This is old fashioned. Okay, at least it's pure cane sugar. Got the cane in it. Carbonated artisan spring water. Well, thank God it's artisan.
Right?
Okay, so I'm doing the shot. Look, you know what's gonna suck? I'm gonna be so excited. You know what? Although I did like apples with peanut butter on them, so maybe I'll get lucky, and the combination of Irish apple whiskey with peanut butter soda will be good.
There you go. And I'm gonna shoot this Wild Turkey American Honey.
Nice.
I think I got this out of a White Elephant. You ever done the Saran wrap ball, where somebody puts gifts in a Saran wrap ball and like you?
No.
So you get a bunch of people together. It's fucking
That would be
fantastic.
so annoying.
It's
Yeah.
so much fun. It's so much fun. Like our friend Kayla makes one for like Christmas, and like you do like you start off with
She the
something
one that was in the
middle.
fantasy football league?
Yes, she beat everybody's ass. So
No.
like,
No.
you came in
I mean, she
second.
beat me once, but I had a
I
run
came
at
in
the
dead
end.
last. Everybody beat my ass. So
Okay.
you start off. You put like you make a foil ball, but it's layers of Saran wrap, and then you
It's a
hide
foil ball
items.
with Saran wrap?
It's all Saran wrap. Saran wrap ball. So as people are unraveling the ball, items are falling out. Shot glasses,
Yes.
gift cards, like little toys and trinkets. I have a Stimpy figure. This came out of the Saran wrap ball.
Ooh,
1 year.
Stimpy.
Like
Your nipples.
your Ren's pretty good.
That's all I remember from Ren and Stimpy. Ooh, Stimpy. Your nipples.
So
Okay, here
I'm
we
over
go.
Here making
Let's
tons
do
of
this.
noise on my desk, knocking things over. I'm gonna shoot this
100%.
shot with you.
This is like a clean wet nap.
Drink a shot first, and then you gotta chase it.
This
with
is
the-
apple. This is gonna fucking be delicious. Look, I'm gonna get to have something good, and you're gonna ruin it with this fucking thing.
Cheers.
Why did this happen to me? Oh, that's not as good as I wanted it to be. Oh.
Ooh, American
Wait.
honey. Why does it taste like orange?
Quit making apple whiskey, you fuckers.
Chase it with the peanut butter soda.
Quit making apple whiskey, because, like,
Chase it with the peanut.
it's like Crown Royal apple. I call it crapple for a reason. Shut up. I hear the whispers in my head. And I'm thinking about streaming a game later tonight that's about whispers in my head, Hellblade. I think you told me about it as well.
What a wonderful game.
I-
What
I-
a
I-
wonderful,
I'm
wonderful.
curious
the
of the
sequel's
visuals.
gonna come out soon.
I'm so excited because it looks beautiful. I mean, the graphics look stunning. So anybody who's interested in Hellblade, I might stream that here, depending on how I feel after this, because I feel like I'm gonna get sick. Here we go.
What do you think?
It doesn't taste like peanut butter.
What do
You know
mean?
what? You're gonna be disappointed.
Is it just
Sorry, everybody. This isn't bad. This, to me, if you would have given me this blindfolded, I would have told you it's a really good cream soda, like IBC cream soda. That's what it reminds me of.
Huh.
Or that's the taste I get 100%.
So you don't get peanut butter.
No, I haven't gotten a bit of peanut butter. I will
He's-
finish
he's
this entire bottle.
You're about
I
halfway. You're about
absolutely-
halfway through.
I'm already about halfway through. No, I'm in here already because no, I'm good with this. Let's chase some more shit with it because it's like a really good cream soda. Sweet. So far, that's the winner.
So far, number one, peanut butter soda. So you were talking about games that you were playing. We were talking about video games here in a moment or a moment ago. What else have you been playing?
What I've been playing and watching this week. Let's talk about watching first because this one surprised me and I was worried it was going to be cheesy. I mean, it's a certain type of humor, but on Peacock, the Ted series is hilarious. It is unbelievably funny. The cast of people they got is brilliant. The mother and father. The father was on the Orville. The mother had a bit part in It's Always Sunny at one point, but like I was like, I'm not gonna like this, and I didn't want to watch it. And then I heard somebody talk about it, and they said it was really good, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So I popped it on, and I was I mean, it was literally laughing out loud, like to the point that I thought I was going to wake my neighbors up. It's shot like a movie. I highly recommend it. If you liked the Ted movies and that type of humor, it is Seth MacFarlane 100%, but it is hilarious. I mean, it is my favorite new thing I'm watching. There's 2 episodes left and I don't want to finish them because I don't want it to be over.
So, I people tell me that Ted's right up my alley. They tell me that
Did you ever watch
comedy
the
is right
movies?
no.
Are
here's
you
the-
shitting me?
Hold on. You got to hear me out. You got to hear me out.
You're like the fucking mom on Charlie.
No.
Go ahead.
I respect Seth MacFarlane. I like his work. But I acknowledge that it's not for me. I don't mean that it's bad. It is not bad.
I know you.
He is fucking
This
hilarious.
Is for you.
Dude, I feel like eventually I got to the point where Family Guy felt like the same joke.
It's not that though.
Over and over and over. And then American Dad felt like just Family Guy.
I never watched
over and
American
over.
Dad. Didn't give a shit.
Cleveland Show felt like the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not knocking that at all. It's a great. It's probably fantastic, but it's
You know
one
what
of those
all 3 of
things,
those have
it's
in
gonna be
common?
super hard for me to get into.
No, it's not.
The
You
same
know what all 3 of
producer.
those have in common?
Same
They're
producer.
animated.
The producer.
They're animated. This isn't, and it's fucking hilarious. And you need to give the movies a chance. Anyway, and besides that, Alan Wake, one of my favorite mystery horror games ever.
It's been getting a lot of love lately.
They apparently Alan Wake 2 might be game of the year and one of the best horror games since the Silent Hill series. I haven't played it yet because I want to replay through Alan Wake 1 first. That's just how I am with things like that. I want to do that, which I'm doing. But they've also added Alan Wake to the game Dead by Daylight, which you know I love. So Alan Wake is now a survivor in Dead by Daylight. So I've been streaming I've been playing Dead by Daylight, and I've been watching that Ted 2 this week. And then besides that, one of my favorite cooking shows came back, which is Next Level Chef from Gordon Ramsay, and that's a great show. I would highly recommend if you haven't seen it.
Have you ever seen Tough Enough?
Oh yeah, the old WWE reality show.
There was a guy, Mata, who's like a Samoan guy with a mohawk.
I didn't really watch Tough Enough. I know what it is,
but he's on this season of that show.
Is he really?
Top Level Chef, Next Level Chef?
Next Level Chef? Yeah.
He's
No, there
on
is a
that.
Samoan guy. They haven't gotten to him yet because I saw a clip of him doing the haka.
Yes,
It looked like one of the New Zealand All Blacks.
Mata. That's Mata.
Yeah.
He was in, he was like in a season of Tough Enough. He competed. He got really far in it. I think he like knows The Rock or The Rock's people because I've seen like photos of The Rock and all of his like crew hanging out, and he's like kind of always somewhere in the background a couple of times. So I feel like he's got some kind of connection to like Hollywood.
Nice.
But no, you mentioned that show, and I realized I saw that guy on there. But Next Level Chef. So what's the gimmick on that cooking show?
Well, it's different this season, but here's the quick overview from the previous 2 seasons, which you can watch on streaming that I love about it. First of all, the environment itself is this little tower, and there's 3 kitchens. A top-level kitchen, which is the finest of kitchen gear in the world. The middle-level kitchen, which is your standard nice restaurant kitchen like you would find in most nice restaurants. The bottom level, like one of the strainers had a hole in it, so you'd only be able to strain the side of it, and the burners weren't like it was really high
So they
or really
purposely
low.
give you fucked up equipment.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do? And then, so from previous, okay, let's forget how the first week they decide who's top, middle, bottom. There's different ways that they recruit, but throughout the show, what eventually happens is from the previous week, the best people get to be in the top level kitchen. The next people get to be in the middle level. The other people get to be in the lower. And what happens is for the episode, they're like, all right, you're going to make us a seafood feast. So then a platform drops that gets to the third level, and everybody runs, and they get 30 seconds to pick their protein and whatever else they can grab in their arms, and then the platform drops to the next level. And then those people grab their protein of what's left. So some people are getting filet mignon and shit on the top level, and other people on the bottom are getting canned tuna.
So it's a class system in a cooking show.
It's to show what you can do with what you get. And it's basically like from each level, somebody is put up, and then and the winning prize is a 1-year mentorship from Gordon Ramsay and the other two who I can't think of. Naisha.
Congratulations, you survived communism. Let's let you cook with Gordon Ramsay because you survived the divide and conquer system. Like, hold on. So you walk in the room.
Sometimes food falls off the platform down to the lower levels, and they can pick from it and use it. It's only happened a couple times. It sounds terrible.
So fucking dystopian. That is like the people in the bottom level caught a steak. So now they can cook
for you to cook with.
Here comes the bok choy. Reach for it. Like, what the fuck? Carousel kind of fucking
I'm literally reaching for this peanut butter soda. It's delicious.
That's what happened with the corn soda, or the sweet corn soda that I had to drink. I kept reaching for it. I kept going for it. Don't worry.
It's really good. Like, I would
Some won't be that way. Don't worry.
Stay tuned. So what you're watching this week? What are you gaming on this week? Is there anything before we get to our bets and our whatnots?
My wife and I have started, and I feel bad because I can't. I think it's called Little Big Brawlers.
I've heard of Little Big Lies. Is it the micro wrestling?
It's the micro wrestling show.
Is it the Micro Wrestling Federation out of like Tennessee or something like that?
Name
a couple of them.
Micro Championship Wrestling out of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's Psycho, Pinky
Shortcake, and
Little Show.
Little Miss.
There's Little Show. There's Jamaican Joe.
Jamaican Joe. Yep.
Micro Jackson.
Yep.
But essentially, it is micro wrestling.
I found them through TikTok recommending me, and they have an amazing TikTok page of them, and they're amusing as fuck. Like, the reality show
talks about how big their TikTok following is, and
it blew up. I had no idea who they were.
Notice. Because
I watched wrestling, it recommended their page, and then I just started following them. They're entertaining as hell. And it's the best of the micro wrestling that I've seen.
Micro Championship Wrestling is as legitimate.
Andrew the Giant is one of them.
it honestly, watching it's as legitimate as any wrestling on the planet.
Some of the shit they do is really, really good.
They did this spot where a dude got hurt and hit his head on the concrete floor, and it was like it had me watching a reality show based on the pro wrestling show Victoria and Peanut Butter Soda.
I don't know what this. Oh my god, that was really.
You know what you should mix with peanut butter soda is Red Stripe, because Red Stripe tastes like peanuts.
Dude, this is the stupidest thing that maybe nobody in this world has ever experienced. Because I don't know another point when anybody has back-to-backed a Victoria with a peanut butter soda. Because, I mean, what are the odds that someone else has? But holy fuck, is that an amazing combination. Like, it's the weirdest thing I've ever... Like, I'm out. Like...
The chat's got me on this. Little Big Brawlers.
Little Big
Brawlers is the name of the show.
Tell me about it.
But honestly, like I said, it...
One.
And I noticed, because I come from watching wrestling where...
The girls are in Jell-O.
I was going to say midget was still a good word. A word you could use. Like,
back in the day, midget wrestling, you were still able to sell. Yeah.
Like, that's what you called it. You said, we're going to have a midget match. There's midget wrestling.
In the territory days, there also were, what did they call them? The micros. Didn't they call them the micros
minis,
as well? And the minis in the
they
territory days.
Minis. In the territory,
very big in Lucha Libre.
They either called them midgets or the minis.
Yeah.
But I noticed like this show owns the word micro.
You remember when Doink had Dink?
There was Doink and there was Dink. There was Mini
What a-
Bret Hart. There was
What a
Mini
great
Vader.
name! No. I remember Mini Brett and Mini, but if there's ever been the best mini name, it's that Doink's little person was Dink. That was Dink Dink
Doink and
Dink
Dink.
Dink Dink Dink.
That's
Dink,
the
dink,
name of this week's
Dink
episode.
Dink.
Doink and
Doink
Dink.
and Dink, Doink and Dink,
Doink
just for
and
no
Dink.
reason. Wait, why did? Okay, here's a quick question for you. I watch the podcast usually, or I listen to them. I watch them to see how much of a jackass I look
Thank
like.
God.
You know, at least someone is. Why did we call last week Seagull Jane? I still have no idea.
Because I thought the name was Seagull Jane because you said Calamity Jane's name was the name of a bird.
Oh, I didn't get that far yet. Okay.
But he watches the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I watched some of it, you fucker. How'd your bets go last week?
Fucking don't get me fucking started.
Dude, don't get me started. You know,
All right,
you remember
go
that
ahead.
crazy? You remember that
You were
eight-leg
Mr.
crazy
Eight. You were
parlay I
Mr.
did?
8-leg bet. You fucking
You
thought
know-
the world was your fucking oyster.
You know how
Go
many of them
ahead.
hit? Match spread hit. McCaffrey hit. Montgomery hit. Purdy's interception hit. Amon-Ra St. Brown hit. McCaffrey's rushing yards hit. The rushing touchdowns hit. 7 of my 8 legs hit. The only one was the one that you questioned me on, and that was Aiden Hutchinson getting that sack.
Why did you think somebody was going to get a sack?
Because
In
Aiden
a-
Hutchinson's
in a-
a little beast.
It's a championship game.
I felt like it was part of the story, and also I didn't realize how little that Brock Purdy has been sacked this year. But what was crazy was there was a moment where he did get sacked, and Hutchinson was touching him. He wasn't the main guy. I knew it immediately, but I was like, oh, please give him that sack. Like, oh, God, it sucked. Like, I mean, you know what else sucks is that I've had my phone's flashlight on since I showed you how cloudy the beer was.
I've fallen
God
asleep with
damn
my
it.
flashlight on my phone and woken up with that, like, your phone's down and you still see that kind of glow coming out of the
A
bottom.
little warm. You're lucky you didn't start a fire.
So I'm about just as mad at my parlay as you're mad at last week's parlay as well. My parlay
we both
was,
like missed by one leg, didn't we?
mine was Isaiah Pacheco for 2 touchdowns,
How many did you get?
Travis Kelce for a touchdown, and Lamar Jackson
Piece of
for
shit.
over 281.5 passing and rushing yards. Lamar hit. That hit.
Yeah.
He hit that. Travis Kelce was the first touchdown of the fucking game.
Yeah. Did Pacheco not get 2? Or you only got 1?
Got one.
Oh God! You
I'm
missed
watching
it by 1.
for 2 quarters. Like everything else hit, and I'm watching after halftime, sitting there.
That's
like,
not a terrible
come on,
bet.
Pacheco, come on,
Pacheco for
Pacheco,
2
come
is
on,
not
Pacheco,
terrible.
come on, Pacheco,
No.
and fucking nothing. Goddamn fucking nothing.
We haven't been great this week. We need to
I'm
roll ourselves some
0
good
and
parlay.
7.
I got 1. 1 week.
He
I
has
got
one. I have
I feel like.
bagel. Nothing.
All right. What is yours this week?
All right, so
What
this week.
sport are you going with?
This week we have what I'm calling the most fucked parlay I could put together.
How many
Ready
legs?
for this? It's 3 legs.
3
But-
leg. But you
but-
went absurd with it?
We're spanning 3 different sports.
Okay.
Not even 3 different leagues, 3
No, I love
different
this.
sports.
I love shit like this already. I'm in.
So-
Let's hear it.
All of my events take place on Saturday.
All of
Saturday,
your
which, if
Okay.
you're listening to this, that's Saturday the 3rd. So,
Third.
if you're watching this live, or if you see this
We are
post happen
1
Saturday
month
the
into
3rd.
2024.
Saturday, February the 3rd. I have at 10 o'clock in the morning,
Yep.
Brighton versus Crystal Palace.
Who'd you take?
I took Crystal Palace.
I took Brighton in my parlay, but we'll get to my parlay shortly.
I took
And
Crystal
you know what? I
Palace.
fought back and forth on that because Crystal Palace has some new signings with transfer deadline day. Crystal Palace could pull it off. That was a very hard game for me. I would not be surprised if it's a draw, but I took the Brighton side of that. So that's.
I just thought the
interesting.
name sounded cool.
Crystal Palace is a great name, like for
What?
a club.
Okay, so you can help me figure this out. Why are they called
probably
Crystal
can't.
Palace?
They're a team out of London. Like if you look, I mean, there are so many teams just in London alone. Let's find out right now together.
So
And
how
you know
many
what? I should know
stadiums are
this.
in London, or do several of them play at the same stadium?
Oh no, they don't play at the same stadium. Um, it's named after the Crystal Palace Exhibition Building, which stood in the area from 1854.
So they were the
How many football clubs are in London?
So they were like the exhibition team.
There are 14 teams in London spread among the top 4 divisions. So just in London, there's 14 football clubs.
So
But-
I have Crystal Palace beating Brighton Saturday
You have Crystal
at
Palace
10
over
a.m.
Brighton. Beautiful.
I have. So we've also Saturday got the 2024.
That's why I love soccer too. Is I can wake up and immediately have just soccer on TV or a sport. I'm not waiting all day for my sport to begin. I start with it.
I need to gamble at early morning time.
It's not about gambling. It's about just a morning show.
So after we gamble on that game at 10 a.m.
Whatever.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have
3.
the 2024 NHL All-Star Game Tournament.
You can bet on the All-Star game?
In FanDuel. You can
you're on FanDuel?
You can bet on the NHL All-Star Tournament. I am
You
betting,
are sponsored by FanDuel. I am sponsored by Bet365.
I am betting that Team McDavid, Connor McDavid, that his team wins the whole tournament.
Are they doing it like that now? Oh, so they're doing a tournament too?
Yeah, so apparently the All-Star series, it's the All-Star game, but it's like a tournament of games. Like, they fucked up all this, like, postseason
They keep
shit.
changing it every year. I mean,
Like-
NHL usually is the best of because of their skills competition.
The
and
Pro
stuff like
Bowl's
that.
fucked. The Pro Bowl is just Harlem Globetrotters now.
Yeah.
It's literally like throw balls through a hoop.
So who's your third leg?
So we've got,
You've got
Crystal
Brighton.
Palace beating Brighton.
You've got
We've
Team
got Team
McDavid.
McDavid winning the NHL All-Star Game Tournament. And then in Saturday night, we've got several MMA fights. I have in the Randy Brown versus Muslim Salikhov. I have Muslim Salikhov beating Randy Brown.
Do you go? Is that KO, submission, or decision?
That's just money line.
Money line. Okay. Mine is a 5-leg parlay this week, but it's all Premier League. It's all English Premier League. So back to Mike's game of Crystal Palace Brighton. I took Brighton.
Brighton,
For Tottenham and Everton, I took Tottenham.
Tottenham, Brighton and Tottenham,
Newcastle against Luton, I took Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest. It's funny, one of the guys on my team always calls them Robin Hood's team, Nottingham Forest, the Sheriff of Nottingham. Anyway, I took Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
And finally, fuck you, Manchester United. I took West Ham United. to
West
beat
Ham.
Manchester United.
So you
West
got
Ham over
Brighton.
Man U.
Brighton,
Brighton,
Tottenham,
Tottenham. Nope. Yep. Wait. Tottenham, Brighton, Newcastle, Bournemouth, West Ham.
Bournemouth and West Ham. Bournemouth, Ham,
Bournemouth Ham.
Ham.
Oh, I still got some. Oh, I can't wait to get that pork. It's like
He's
it's
got
been just
pork.
sitting here slow.
I've got ham.
Bob and United. Sorry. Anyway,
Is this like soccer beef?
Bob is a Manchester
Soccer
United fan.
beef is
I am a
so-
Liverpool fan, and they are bitter rivals. I mean, we have other rivals.
Soccer
But there's a
beef
big
is so much
rivalry
deeper
between-
than any other beef.
Their beef goes back to literally like the city taking the shipping port and the docks from like jobs from workers. Like those cities hate each other for like all of a sudden we're now taking the shipment and like yeah, they have a beef that goes back to the laborers and shit like that. Like it's crazy.
So glory, glory, Man United.
No, you'll never walk alone, Liverpool baby.
What does that mean?
You'll never walk alone. YNWA. You'll never walk. It's on the back of that.
So,
scarf.
like,
It's-
I grew up
I don't care.
playing
No, I'm just
metal and hardcore and like So I came from like playing in metal bands where like it's all about like you're persevering, you're a tough guy, you have fought against the world, we're beating you down, but we're gonna fight back. So hearing things like you'll never walk alone, like that sounds like old school. Like when you hear dudes that used to listen to hardcore music, you'll hear the term, even if it's a 55-year-old man, it's hardcore kid. That's what they call themselves. Like what that phrase is, the "we'll never walk alone." Like that's a hardcore kid phrase.
Oh, sorry. I need to turn the volume down. I was gonna pull something up
Is
for
that
you.
John
here.
Mellencamp?
No, it was an advertisement.
Ba-da. What's happening?
Before every Liverpool match, the entire crowd sings "You'll Never Walk Alone" from Gary and the Pacemaker.
Gary and the Pacemaker?
Yep, Gary and the Pacemakers. They look like fucking hooligans. It's a great message.
People of the internet, that's a great message. Whether you
Walk
listen
on
to
with hope in your heart.
whether you follow with Liverpool, or Man U, or Man. Wait, there's Man U and there's
Fuck
don't
Man
tell,
City.
don't tell me,
They're
don't tell
blood
me.
money.
Man
Manchester City is blood money.
What's
That
the
is
one that's
Arab blood money?
What does Tony Khan
Fuck
own?
you. Tony Khan owns oh shit, Fulham.
Fulham or
Who Liverpool just whipped the other
Man
day.
U, Fulham, Tottenham,
Tottenham.
Brighton,
Don't say ham.
Brighton,
Tottenham.
West Ham,
No,
Brighton.
you can say ham for West Ham.
Whether you follow any of those teams, whether you follow Brendan at that dude named Brendan, whether you follow me at that dude named Mike, follow
go do
both
some
of us
gaming.
at gettingwork.com. He's going to go game. Follow him on Twitch at that dude named Brendan. Don't follow
think
me
I'll-
on
I
Twitch
think I'll
because I
start
don't like
Hellblade.
you and I don't want to fucking play video games for people. I want to play video games for myself. I'm going to go play RoboCop. That's been the game I've been obsessed with is RoboCop Rogue City. It's fucking fantastic. It's like a detective game, but it's also a shooting game. And then you have to go solve a
RoboCop.
fucking mystery, and you're a fucking robot. The game's fantastic. People on the internet, go
What am I
watch
gonna
Brendan
drink
on
next week?
Twitch. Next week, he's going to drink something fucked up. He's
Hopefully
Brendan.
not.
I'm Mike. This has been Thirsty Thursday on gettingwork.com. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube. Follow on YouTube. That's a big thing. The chat's been fucking awesome. Let's get that chat pumped up. Tell your friends.
Like
tell your
the videos.
family.
Hit
like
like
the
on the video.
videos.
Hit the
Hit
like.
like. Hit subscribe. Hit all
Oh my
the
god,
shit.
we're like those people. Oh god.
You have to, because we want to grow and we want to hang out with
Yeah,
y'all.
I
And the only
guess.
way we hang out with y'all is if y'all tell your friends and we get bigger and we have a bigger party and we have more fun and we get drunker, we have other stupid shit. I'm going to hit the stop button on the stream. People of the internet,
Thank you, love you, bye.
cheers.